Welcome to Advanced Solutions How-To session. Today's session will cover how to add, edit, delete location list within Room Reserve. Let's begin by signing into the staff side of the room reservation system. You will need to know your administrative password for today's session. So here in the password box, I will type in my administrative password, and I could either hit the enter key on my keyboard or I could do a simple click over the login button here. Once the room reservation system opens, it will open up to the home page. Within the home page, you are able to make modifications to many areas within the system. For instance, you have your reservation maintenance, you have setup, settings, quick view, and reports. Now, because we have the administrative level, we do have access to the setup as well as settings within the room reservation system. If I hover over other items in the toolbar, such as reservation maintenance, reports, room setup, and system settings, you will see under those drop-downs that it is the exact same items that we have in the box on the home page. So if I was to come into request reservations and needed to get back to my home page, I could come back up here to my toolbar and select home. If I needed more information about the actual program, I would select the About from the toolbar. And as you can see within the About, it will give me information about what version I'm on, the vendor, support, website, and manuals. This becomes very important when you're contacting support because they will need to know what version you are on. Back on the home page of the room reservation maintenance screen, let's go down to Settings, Branch Specific List, and select Location List. Once we're in Location List, you will notice that we have two sections. We have one section for Add a New Item, and then the other section for Modify Items on the list, where I have currently built in 3 different rooms for my location list. As you can see, my room locations are called Room Apple, Room Banana, Room Grapes. If I wanted to build onto this list, I can do this by going over to Add New Item to List. I would enter in my locations, such as Tiny Tots Carpet, and I would select Save. See, as you can see, it just continually builds on to my list. If I did not like how that looked and I wanted to make modifications, I can double click on the actual title and it will bring me to where I can modify that item. So maybe instead of carpet, I want to say Tiny Tots Room. I would select Submit Modified Entry. Now as you can see, it made that a modification for me. If I no longer had Room Apple and I needed to remove this from my list, I would come over here to the Delete column next to Room Apple and put in a check mark within the box. I would select Delete Items and it removes the item from my list. So you're probably asking yourself, where does Location List Maintenance come into play? Well, I'm going to select the back button and we're back to our home page of our room reservation system, and still with my administrative logon, I could come over to Setup and go to Room Configuration. By selecting Room Configuration and selecting Add New Room, I would be able to choose one of those rooms that I just currently set up. There is a recording specific to room configuration. I just wanted to give you an example of where this would appear. So I'm going to select the back button and go back to my home page. If I had other modifications, I would obviously stay within my room reservation maintenance page and make those modifications. Once I'm finished with my modifications, I would just come up to the toolbar and select Log Off.